We're going to explain how to select all occurrences of something using regular expressions, or regex. This is incredibly useful for tasks like searching and replacing text in large files, manipulating data, or even building simple text-based games. The key is understanding how to use quantifiers within your regex pattern. A quantifier tells the regex engine how many times a particular part of your pattern should appear. 1. The dot and the asterisk. A powerful combination. The simplest way to select everything is using the dot and the asterisk, at. The dot matches any single character, except newline, and the asterisk means 0 or more of the preceding character or group. So that will match everything from the current position to the end of the line. If you need to select everything across multiple lines, you'll often need to use a flag, depending on your regex engine, or a different approach described below. 2. Dealing with multiple lines. If your text spans multiple lines, it alone won't work because the dot usually doesn't match newline characters. To get around this, you need to use a modifier that allows the dot to match newlines. The specific modifier varies depending on your programming language or tool. In many, it's the s or dotal flag. For example, in Python, you might use re-dotal with your re-findall or re-dot search and function. Without this, each line will be treated separately. 3. Anchors. Specifying start and end. To select everything within a specific context, use anchors. Acha matches the beginning of a line or string, and arsar matches the end of a line or string. For example, I will match the entire line. This is extremely helpful for extracting entire lines based on criteria. If you have more than one line and you're using a regex engine that doesn't treat the haj as a newline character, you'll have to put this pattern in a loop or use a modifier, as above. 4. Practical examples. Let's imagine you have a text file with multiple lines of data, each line starting with a date and followed by some text. If you want to extract everything after the date on each line, you could use a regex like shador satu adtus. Assuming your dates are in YMMDD format, the sadiu 4 badiatu adu part matches the date and captures everything else on that line. 5. Important considerations. Remember that the greedy nature of means it will match as much as possible. If you have multiple lines you want to isolate individually, you will likely need to adjust your approach. Consider using non-greedy quantifiers if you only want to select the shortest possible match. Experimentation is key. Try your regex on a small sample of your data before applying it to a massive dataset to ensure it's working as intended. Also, consult the documentation of your specific regex engine for details on modifiers and specific capabilities. The details can vary,